Hello and welcome to Digital Health Technologies Module 3, Lesson 3, Using Video Technologies. The Digital Health Technologies course has been developed by the Grow Our Behavioral Health Workforce program of the Center for Health Innovation. This lesson provides an overview of best practices in the use of video conferencing in the behavioral health setting. Learning objectives. Students who successfully complete this lesson will be able to define video conferencing, describe ways that the behavioral health paraprofessional may use video conferencing in the workplace, describe how to prepare for a video conference, identify steps to protect patient privacy during a video conference, and identify the steps for conducting an effective video conference. Keywords include best practices, cloud-based, etiquette, secure, and video conferencing. Lesson outline. This lesson contains 4 sections. The introduction provides an overview of video conferencing, preparing for a video conference, what to do during the video conference, and how to conduct the video conference step by step. We'll conclude with the lesson summary, and as always, don't forget to check your understanding with the self-assessment quiz at the end of this lesson. You may take the quiz as many times as you wish, but you must score 80% to move on to the next lesson. Section 1, Introduction, Video Technologies. Definition time. Video conferencing is the process of sending and receiving information between mobile devices, laptops, desktops, or other systems. Typically, meetings are held using a secure cloud-based service like Zoom, Google Hangouts, or Microsoft Teams. Video conferencing requires a webcam, microphone, and speakers. Users see and talk with each other in real time. Uses of video technologies in the behavioral health setting include one-on-one meetings with clients, group education sessions, trainings, meetings, and other interactions. Section 2, Preparing for a video conference. Preparing before the meeting. Be sure to learn about the software you will use. Your employer will provide training, but you should also practice on your own. You should be very comfortable with the software, comfortable enough to instruct your clients or others on the call in their use. Plan to host responsibly. The first step in being a responsible host is ensuring that everyone has access to the meeting. Make sure that all of the meeting information is sent in plenty of time for people to download the software and do whatever they need to do as well. Send out a reminder the day before. On the day of the meeting, log on 10 minutes before the scheduled time so you can adjust to all the inevitable technology glitches that are likely to occur. Adjust settings such as participant screen sharing, muting, and video before the meeting begins. Gather all of your documents and other materials, especially if you're going to be sharing a screen. And if you need to share a screen, open those files before the meeting starts so you're not searching for it. To ensure the safety and privacy of everyone in the meeting, be sure to use a password and/or waiting room to let only the people who should be in the meeting in. This is one way to protect client confidentiality if you are actually conducting a client session. Make sure you can conduct the meeting in a place where you can speak privately and where no one can overhear your conversation. This is, again, especially important for client one-on-one sessions. Client confidentiality must be preserved. And only use HIPAA-compliant software provided by your employer. Never use a private account to perform client visits or other work-related video calls. Conversely, do not use your work account to conduct personal calls. The two should always be kept separate. Another step to preparation is to assure that you have adequate and appropriate lighting. If possible, use natural light. Frame your camera so natural light shines on your face. And avoid having light in the background, or you will look like you have a large shadow over your face. Check your audio and make sure that it is as clear as it can be before you begin the video conference. If your employer provides it, use a video conferencing solution with integrated high-quality sound. At minimum, use a high-quality headset to eliminate distractions and assure that your client or anyone else on the call can hear you clearly. Section 3. During the video conference. Follow some rules for etiquette during the video conference. First, make sure you are in a quiet space alone with no distractions. Turn your camera on and filter your background to assure that nobody can pick up any information from whatever might be behind you. A little chit-chat, talking about the weather, about the family, about anything that's kind of a safe topic, can help to make your client feel more comfortable. Act as if you were in a face-to-face meeting. Sit up straight, speak confidently, and use eye contact. Be sure to give your client your undivided attention, or if it's not a client session, anybody else on the call. A video call is not the time for you to be checking your email, checking your Facebook account, or doing anything else except being on the call. Mute when you're not talking and ask others to do the same. This isn't as important if there's only two of you, but especially if you have any background noise, be sure to mute so that everybody on the call can understand and hear what's happening. Speak clearly and slowly and check understanding. Pause for as long as needed. Listen carefully and choose your words carefully. Let the client know they're being heard and understood with facial expressions and words. And finally, wear the same type of clothing you would to an in-person visit and make sure that your name badge is visible. Avoid primping. This is not the time to do your hair, mess with your eyebrows, or put on makeup. Do all of that before the call. Make sure your head is in the center of the screen, and look at the area on your computer between the camera and the center of the screen. If you need to look down to document something or look away at any time, let the client know why, that you're not just ignoring them. Need to know, video or no. While you should always have your video on, not everyone is comfortable showing their face or surroundings on video. Don't insist that the client has theirs on if they're not comfortable. Section 4. Conducting the video conference. At the beginning of the video conference, perform a little bit of housekeeping just as you would during a face-to-face encounter. Introduce yourself and have the client identify themselves. Assure the client is safe. Ask 3 critical questions. 1. Are you in a safe location? 2. Is anyone else in the room? 3. Can you speak freely? If the answer to any of these is no, or if anyone else is in the room, proceed accordingly and address any safety or confidentiality issues before proceeding. Check that the meeting time still works. Simply say something like, "Is this still a good time for you?" Set a goal and objective for the call with the client. That goal and objective should come from the client's care plan. Orient the client to the video meeting controls And finally, encourage the client to interrupt if they have technology questions. Next, review the consent procedure and obtain the following information. Location, where is the client? What's a telephone number to reach them if need be? Emergency contact name and telephone number, and names of anybody else who is present. If someone, perhaps a student, is present with you, be sure to identify and introduce that person as well. Discuss what to do if the technology platform is disconnected. And finally, discuss what to do in an emergency. All of this should take 5 minutes or less. Now is time to proceed to the main visit. Set an agenda. We've got 55 minutes together. Let's do A, B, C. What are the things you need to work on with the client today? Check the client's progress on the treatment plan first. And identify needs such as housing, food assistance, or if they need help getting just even emotional support, getting to their next provider's appointment. After you've done with the bulk of the visit, identify any ways the visit could be improved, set a time and make an appointment for the next visit, and then confirm that the client is ready to end the call. Have them log off and then end the meeting. Steps 3, 4, and 5 should take about 5 minutes. Lesson summary. Video conferencing is the process of sending and receiving information between mobile devices, laptops, desktops, or other systems. It allows people to talk to and see each other in real time. Behavioral health paraprofessionals may use video conferencing to conduct client encounters, lead educational or other groups, participate in meetings and trainings, and for other uses. A personal account should never be used for a client video conference. Best practices in video conferencing include: prepare for a video conference, practice video conference etiquette, perform the client video conference step by step, and always protect client confidentiality. Let's pause for a moment to reflect on health tech. Do you use video conferencing technologies in your personal life, such as Duo, FaceTime, Google Hangouts, or Zoom? How does a professional encounter differ from a FaceTime with family or friends? Just take a couple of minutes to reflect on this question, think about it, discuss it with someone who's close by if you're with someone. Jot down a few notes in your journal. The Digital Health Technologies course has been developed by the Grow Our Behavioral Health Workforce program of the Center for Health Innovation with funding from the Health Resources and Services Administration. This concludes Module 3, Lesson 3, Video Conferencing. Thank you for your time and attention.